Going on, everybody? Welcome back. The NBA Bit. We are live in your computer screens, your telephones, maybe even your Apple TVs this morning. We had to put the glasses on, and it's because, whoa, look at them bags. It was a late night last night, and good Lord, we had some good basketball. We're now at the start. Like, this is the time of the year where I am giddy. I'm like giddy about not Josh Giddy, but like giddy about watching these games. That was awesome last night. This is why we go through Charlotte Hornets versus the Detroit Pistons in February. We endure those games so we can have moments like we had last night. And I'm not talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and Orlando Magic. Hey, if you are watching us over on the YouTubes, come on over to Playback where we are live over here. I'll be engaging with the chat over there, but not on the YouTubes. We're also going to be sharing some, I think we're going to share some videos this stream. We're going to share some videos. We're going to listen to some interviews from some post game. We're going to have some fun. Who do we got in the chat this morning? I'm seeing we got Boston Base up in here. Maddie Harrison's here. We got Daniel Pedro's here. Jump Shooty, Tab, Yotza, Patrick up early, the common man, Roy. Good to see everybody. Do me a favor, go share everything. Boston Base, I tell you right now, we're not starting with JJ Redick to Charlotte. We can't. Not after last night's energy. We cannot start there, okay? I think we start with the Bing Bong Boys. Do we start with the Knicks? Is that where we go first? Just straight chaos, man. And you know what? No one should take an L more than me. To be fair, I owned it right away. I did own the L right away. But Kyle Lowry goes to the line, goes 1 for 2 from the line. And in that moment, this was my thought as I share the tweet into the chat. I was curious if the Knicks loss, if they lose that game, do they still chant fuck Trae Young? And truly, right when that tweet, and I was like, I'll wait to see Kyle Lowry go to the line, hits the first one, I hit send, misses the second free throw, and then chaos ensues. Straight chaos ensues. And let's why don't we actually, you just shared, Boston Base shared the tweet in the chat right now about like what the from like a courtside vantage. What I thought we could do is go over to if I cite them, is it okay to just take their content? We're gonna go over to House of Highlights, and I figure what we can do, instead of watching the full game, let me queue up here. Let's go to the last couple of minutes here. When the score is 101-96 with 35 seconds left. And just like a couple of notes on this game, before I show you this bucket, there was 3 full minutes where the New York Knickerbockers did not score a basket. From the 3-minute mark to that Brunson drop. Let's watch this together, huh? Let's have a nice time watching this highlight together as we pop on over to the Sixers. Shout out House of Highlights. Let's go to studio mode and let's see what we got here. Now, this is Jalen Brunson had been ice cold all night and then gets a shooter's bounce. And real quick, as this goes down, right, it is now a 2-point game. It is a 2-point game. And just to compare what we saw from Brunson to what we saw from Jamal Murray later in the night, 2 shooters, 2 elite basketball players who were dog shit up until this moment. Now, when we get here, right, the Sixers are still up 2. And a minute or so ago, the Sixers, Nick Nurse challenged something. It was a foul on OG Anunoby. It was a foul against Kyle Lowry. And Nurse said he wanted, I'm assuming they did this challenge because they thought it might get overturned to an offensive foul. But because they lost that challenge, they were now left with 1 timeout. And I think because they were left with 1 timeout, they were a little hesitant to use it right here, still with 27 seconds left. Now, Nick Nurse is going to go out there and be like, well, I was calling timeout. Nick Nurse, you weren't, bro. You weren't, okay? Because there's so many different clips. And if people are giving you screenshots or still shots of Nick Nurse going like this, that is not, he is not on the floor. Nick Nurse, you are not in front of the referees. So if you give us a little bullshit in the corner, you're not going to get that timeout, all right? You have to, yell timeout. You have to do it. You have to be screaming timeout. And you see Nick Nurse do this. He goes, timeout, and then puts his hands on his head like he's not sure he wants to call it, and then he does it again. So it's bullshit. We're going to see the rest of this clip here right now. Ready? Here you go. Lowry inbounds the ball. Maxey gets fouled right there. Now look at Nick Nurse. Watch Nick Nurse that whole time. And then they don't have possession when he's calling timeout. They don't look. They do not have possession here, right? They do not have possession. Also, Brunson absolutely fouls Maxey right here. This is a straight up foul. And I know the Sixers with real loser energy filed a grievance last night. Well, we have a grievance. We have a grievance with how the game concluded. Congrats, Nick Nurse. What does that mean? What if the NBA was like, we hear your grievance and we accept your grievance? But anyway, so they should have called a foul here. But you know what? This is playoff basketball. Sometimes you don't get a foul call. All right. Sometimes you don't. Also, there's some people watching over on YouTube. I'm going to share a link right now into the YouTube chat. Come on over to Playback. That's where all the magic's happening, baby. That's where it's happening. Come on over here. You can see the screen share. We're showing some video clips and stuff like that. All right, let's go back to this. So now that no foul was called, they don't have possession, and Nick Nurse is like, timeout. Nice try, Nick Nurse. It's too late. Dante DiVincenzo, wide open three. Isaiah Hartenstein jumps over 4 different Sixers. They find Dante, big ragu again, and splash, knocks it down. 1 point lead for the Sixers, but there's still 13 seconds left. Now, Joel Embiid and Mike Zakarian had the same amount of rebounds in the second half. Let that sink in. Joel Embiid and Michael Zakarian, same amount of rebounds in the second half. And I listen, you want to blame injury, you want to blame tired, whatever, I'll listen to it all. Isaiah Hartenstein just jumped over 4 motherfuckers in red and got that board, okay? Somebody's got to get a rebound there all night long. They were just getting smoked on the board. But, okay, let's go. The Sixers still have a chance. Down 1 on the road, 13 seconds left. Nicolas Batum with the inbound. Maxey with a huge head of steam, right? Isaiah Hartenstein, just off the glass. Insane block right there from Hartenstein. That was, I mean, honestly, I know we're talking a lot about Dante DiVincenzo. Let's see this again. We're talking a lot about Big Ragu tonight, but this is maybe the play of the game here. Maxey just so fast, blows by him. Dante with a little chase down. It's like LeBron against Iguodala, except that it's a first round. Doesn't have the same energy, but that's the type of history the Knicks have, is that they have to compare it to stuff like that. Now, they're going to get one more shot after OG, who was pretty bad at basketball last night, knocks down a couple free throws. I was kind of surprised here. Why aren't the Knicks fouling? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why even let him get a 3 up? But anyways, Maxey, 3 seconds left with a little step. Doesn't even get a shot up. This is insane. Maxey not even getting a shot up is insane. I mean, I guess Embiid had a good look, but you got to, Maxey, come on, bro. You got to get a shot up. So the Knicks take this down real quick. They're up 2-0. And I mean, Embiid had some comments after the game that made you think that I've never seen someone say confident things, but look less. It's actually how I used to describe Paul Pierce at the free throw line. Paul Pierce was like a 90% he wasn't that good, like an 85% free throw shooter. But every time he took a free throw, it looked like it was the first time he was taking one in his life. That's what Embiid was doing in the postgame. He had his head down, but he was like, we're the better team. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad stuff from them. Real quick. Oh, Regulator in the chat. Good morning, Regulator. But this is the difference. Jump Shoot said Grant Williams at the free throw. I'll make them both. No, it's the opposite. It is the opposite. It is having no confidence while saying confident things. All right, here we go. So let's just hit some stats before we do some other stuff. Tyrese Maxey was awesome in this game. He really is, I mean, like a budding star here. Maxey with 35 points, 10 dimes, and 9 boards. Incredible performance from him. Joel Embiid, 12 for 29 from the field. Not the best, but he had 34 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. As I said, he collected all 10 of those boards in the first half, and then 0 in the second half. No boards in the second half. The Knicks out-rebounded the Sixers. Let's see what was the total here. 34. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, no, wait, they did. The Knicks out-rebounded the Sixers 46-34. 46-44. Oh, my God. That was actually closer than I thought. Brunson, as I mentioned, another pretty poor shooting night from him. 8 for 29 from the field, but got the 3 that mattered the most, that little bouncy bounce one. He had 24, 8, and 6. Josh Hart continues to be fucking Wilt Chamberlain in the playoffs. He had 21 points and 15 boards, had 2 blocks, 2 steals, and a partridge in a pear tree. Dante DiVincenzo had 19. And there you go. They now head to Philadelphia, where the Knicks are up 2-0. The Bing Bong Boy energy was hot. 8 for 12 free throws on Embiid. That's tough for him. I mean, 8 for 12 is not bad, right? For somebody that size. I mean, I guess he's a better free throw shooter than that. But the Knicks got to feel good. I mean, to steal that victory like that was just pretty impressive. Here, I want to see if we can pull up Embiid's post-game comments here. I want to see if they have them. They might not have them here. I want Embiid in the locker room, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. I do want to show this because he really did. I mean, he was saying confident things, but I mean, he was down bad. Again, back to the grievance stuff that, Nick Nurse and the Sixers are filing. I think like the real issue again was the foul call, but that's what happens in the playoffs. Like it gets physical, like that's what's going to happen. All right, here we go. I got it now. It's a 17-second clip. Actually, I want to see if I can find a longer one. Here we go. This is a little bit of a longer one. Let me share screen again. I apologize. I should have had that back. Oh, Coach Stark Holmes in the chat. Let's go. Hey, Coach Stark Holmes, happy anniversary, my man. All right, let's go back to Joel Embiid. All right, here we go. We'll go full screen over here. Let's see what we got.
Well, did you think you guys, set aside if you thought it was a foul, did you think you guys had gotten a timeout in?
Yes, we did. I mean, everybody on the floor was trying to call a timeout, myself including Nico, coach on the sideline. But they didn't give it to us. But, forget about a timeout. There's a bunch of fouls. That's, like I said, that's unacceptable.
Also, real quick, shout out them bleeping out swears. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize this was on TNT. Let's listen to the TNT guys.
Shaq, your thoughts?
Whether he got fouled or not, you have to hold on to the ball, secure the ball. They always tell you when you're in pressure situations, never bring the ball on the side.
You know what? We don't need to hear from Shaq. The audio's a little low on the clips. All right, hold on. Let me see. I don't know if I can fix that actually on my end. But anyways, that's it. That's it right there. Shout out the Sixers. They get the dub. I mean, shout out the Knicks. They get the W. I think, again, the playoff series don't start until a road team wins a game. I don't really know, man. This kind of feels over. I think what's tough about this, like, I guess at glass half full, the Sixers can be like, listen, we beat ourselves in both of these games, right? We beat ourselves. We were in both of these games on the road. We just now have to take care of business at home. Sure, I get that. But I think to just have both of those games in the palm of your hands, like both of those winnable games, right? Having a lead heading into the fourth in game one, even after like the debacle of Joel Embiid going down in game two. I mean, you lost game two. Yes, Dante DiVincenzo hit a big time shot. Hartenstein made a big time play, sure. But I mean, that game was yours. You had that game, and now you're down 0-2. You don't like Embiid clearly isn't healthy. I don't know if it's conditioning. I don't know if it's a knee injury. I don't know. He just looked. He looks not himself, not completely himself. And Regulator, you're absolutely right. They were one rebound away from winning that game, and I just keep going back to that off. And I know offensive boards are always crazy, and in moments like that where everybody's scrambling to try to stay in front of their guy, and Brunson steps up, knocks down that three, but then there's the turnover, and everybody's kind of like there's guys on the floor. There's a lot of contact. Nick Nurse is pretending to call a timeout. Maxi's on the floor. No one has possession. It's hard to kind of box out, man up with your guy in those moments, but that is what separates wins and losses. And when Isaiah Hartenstein, and I know he's bigger than everyone except for Joel Embiid, who maybe took a step towards the ball without actually like doing anything, when he comes storming in and corrals that board, that's the difference of the game. You get another opportunity, another shot at it, and Dante not gonna miss twice. DiVincenzo, So I don't. Is anybody feeling? I mean, I guess like down 0-2, no one's like, this is the guy. We're good. But does anybody think the Sixers still have a shot at this? This feels. I think I said Nixon 7, and this might be. It might be a little bit less than that. It might be Nixon. I don't know. I just don't. I don't see the Sixers being able to rattle off because they can only lose one more game, and I just don't. I don't see it. Jump Shoot said, can't the Knicks mess this up though? No, I don't think so. Who is the third guy for the Sixers? Listen, I shit on Tobias Harris a lot, and I know he only had 10 points, but he did play a little bit better last night. At least he took double-digit shots. He had 9 boards again for the second time. Second leading rebounder for the team, or tied. I think Lowry has been pretty good this series. He didn't take a lot of shots last night. He had 8 and 6, but to your point, I mean, they're paying Tobias Harris a lot of money to do. I mean, hey guys, listen. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are saying, "Where's Kelly Oubre?" If you thought Kelly Oubre, like this is who we thought Kelly Oubre was, right? No, I think anybody that was putting any stock into Kelly Oubre turned into a playoff menace. I mean, you're on drugs. Like that, Kelly Oubre's never done that, you know. So I'm not surprised by this. I think you hope Kelly Oubre wins you one game. That's like if he's on my team, I know most of the time it's going to be an L with Kelly, but you just want him to just not go for 25 one time. That's all I'm hoping for. But Oubre is like he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's never been that guy. Roy says, so are the Bing Bong Boys going to the Eastern Conference Finals? I mean, they have a pretty clear path. It is hard. We're going to talk about this game last, but it is hard to evaluate what's happening with Cleveland and Orlando right now. I can't tell if Orlando is just not built for this, or maybe Cleveland's actually playing dominant basketball, or maybe it's a little bit of both. But I have zero read on this. I would think, that the Knicks are kind of going to roll here, that if they get through the Sixers, I have a feeling maybe Knicks in 6 or something like that. Stubbs in the chat saying, if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm a little worried about how Brunson is playing. Yeah, I mean, that Brunson is very. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, they would not play the winner of Orlando and Cleveland. My bad. Brunson has been bad, and I think everybody would be talking about that right now if those shots didn't go down here at the end of the game between Brunson and DiVincenzo, because I think he was like 8 for 29 last night, and I think he was 8 for 26 the night before, or something like that. I think you got to give credit to Philly. Like Philly's not giving them anything. They're playing really good defense. As you've seen, Josh Hart has been wide open, ripping triples, right? And even though he was hot in the first half, the Sixers stayed with that, where we're like, hey, listen, if Josh Hart is going to shoot 60% from 3 and that's how we lose, that's fine with us. And Nick Nurse has not, like, to his credit, has not wavered in that defensive scheme. So I think that's part of the Brunson thing. I just think this is a bad matchup, and we'll see. I don't think that lasts. Brunson's a dog. I feel like he snaps out of it. Hey, I still see we got a handful of people over on YouTube. Come on over to Playback. Come on over, baby. Anything else on Knicks Sixers that we need to get into? I don't think let's see when game 3 is. Game 3. Let's look at the schedule here. I imagine it's Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Thursday in Philly at 7:30 p.m. That's only 2 games on Wednesday. Interesting. But yeah, so game 3 on Thursday. I expect the Sixers to come out and get game 3 and then probably lose game 4, and then it'll be Knicks in 5. Shout out the city of New York, though. I mean, the energy, it's palpable up in here. People are just... Everybody's wearing orange and blue. I know that's also Mets colors, and I live in Queens, but the energy around the Knicks are fun, and I'm here for it. I have a lot of friends who are Knicks fans that are just like living and dying. It was actually cool seeing my Instagram feed. A lot of friends were at the game last night, which means they just forfeited their life savings to get there, because I think they were going for like $600 of tickets, but $600 ticket. Patrick said, no, Patrick, there's the answer to me not trying to get a ticket to the game. I don't think so. Unless somebody unless So Rare, you watching, you get extra tickets? I don't think so. All right. Should we go to the late night game? Because I stayed up. I'll be honest too. In the third quarter, Lakers get up 20. And I'm watching in bed. I got some sleepy eyes, and I was like, if this gets to like 26, lights out, and away we go to dreamland. Because I thought I got to go to bed early, and the Nuggets, man, I've said this before. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Shut up, Thanos. They're inevitable. Denver is just inevitable. They're not even playing good basketball right now, and it's just like it's waves. You're watching the Lakers beach erode beneath them. as time. Like, yeah, this looks fun at first, and then all of a sudden, California's in the Pacific Ocean. That's what we were watching last night. Climate change is real. All right, let's do the same thing. Let's go over to House of Highlights again, and let's check in on the last few minutes of that game, because again, it really was an incredible fourth quarter. And I think what's going to get lost on this is LeBron James. I don't think LeBron is I don't think LeBron's going to get a lot of credit because he misses a three down the stretch. But man, LeBron and I are the same age, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand how it happens. I don't know how he can do this. But let's fire up some of those clips. Again, bunch of people over on YouTube. Come on over to Playback. I dropped a link into the chat because I'm going to share screen. We're going to watch some clips over there. Otherwise, you're just going to see me sip coffee while we watch a clip. But let's go over to it. Wait, Daniel, what are you talking about? What's going on, Daniel? Oh, the IKB. You got 11th in the tournament. Hell yeah. Shout out Daniel, baby. Daniel's out there cooking. Let's pull it up here. All right, I almost shared screen the wrong thing. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. All right, let's go. Let's start here. Let's watch how much time's left now. We don't, but let's just see in the third quarter, 65-48. And we're not going to talk about Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis absolutely disappeared in the fourth quarter. But he was insane. That's one of the better halves I've ever seen from Anthony Davis. He was unstoppable in the first half. Like, he just couldn't miss anything. Then came out in the third quarter, got like 2 buckets quickly, I believe. Not Emmanuel quickly, though. Am I right? And then got his 4th foul, and then we didn't see him for like the rest of the game. I mean, he came back in the 4th, but not really. But anyways, all right, let's get into, all right, heading into the 4th quarter here. All right, 9 minutes left. Let's see if I can mess with the volume a little bit too. Here, let's try this. Although I feel like this just makes my volume louder, but we'll see. I don't want to say 2. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not like actually sharing anything. Jamal Murray, man, was pretty bad in this game leading up into this point. He does finish the game with 20 points, but it was a Jalen Brunson performance, 9 for freaking 24 from the field. It was pretty wild. All right, but here we go. There we go. Jamal Murray. Now it's a 2-point game. 6 minutes left. And when it got to 6 minutes left, I'm be honest, like when it was a 2-point game, I was like, oh, Denver won. That's it. So I got to give the Lakers some credit because I thought that was a wrap. Once they like drew even or a 2-point game, 1-possession game, I was like, there's no way they can hold on. And then this is terrible defense from KCP going underneath. And LeBron, man, just knocks it down. And then he's going to have another bucket here, too, I think, right? Because I thought they go up 80. Yeah, look at this. In front of Aaron Gordon. So the second Denver makes his comeback, I thought when they go back up 8, I was like, that's it. It's over. It's over. Patrick, are you talking about that 3? I mean, that was wide open, though. Like, who would you – I get it. But now it's a 4-point game again. LeBron gets to the block. And again, and one, tough and one. It goes back up 6. They go to the line. 6-point game, misses the free throw. And then Jokic goes to work on AD, just putting that ass in. Boom. Big-time bucket. 4-point game. This was a tough shot by Reeves down here on the baseline. Like, that was a real tough shot making. I'll honestly, like, again, a lot of the talk is going to be on the Jamal Murray game winner and then the Lakers blowing a 20-point lead, which – yes, let's make fun of them, but elite shot making in this game. D'Lo, AD in the first half, LeBron, Reeves in the second half. So now back to a 6-point game with 3 minutes left. Watch the work Jokic does here down low. I mean, this was like Shaq shit. And one, gets him on his back, and then goes up. The footwork was impressive. And then Jamal Murray. I think this is Murray's layup. No. LeBron, holy shit, like gets the steal and then rises up. I thought he was going to get fouled and not be able to finish and to be able to still throw that down. 3-point game with 80 seconds left. Look at Michael Porter Jr. fucking ice in the veins. Also, real quick, my MPJ last night, what was his final line? He finished with 22 points, 9 boards, and went 6 for 10 from 3. Michael Porter Jr. has been awesome. All right, let's keep going. 1 minute left. D'Lo with a tough finish again. D'Lo incredible in the first half, kind of disappears in the third and fourth quarter. And this is the move, right? He gets, oh no, I'm sorry, wrong one. LeBron for the drive, and then like loses his shit because he thought it was an and one. But come on, bro. Now, again, Jamal Murray has been awful from the field, all right? And he saw a couple go down. I think he went to the line a little bit earlier in this quarter, had a tough layup finish that was like this weird scoop up and under. But this right here, like to have the confidence, same thing with Jalen Brunson, where you have been ice cold. He talks about it in the post-game interview, but ice cold and then still be able to do this. That's a tough jumper bucket. Here we go. Let's see the Oh, they didn't show the LeBron shot where he like, that's weird. All right, here we go. This is the game winner, though. And let's just watch Anthony Davis get celebrated on. Fuck it, dude. Look at AD. Oh, they didn't. Man, AD getting stuck in that is just hilarious. Yeah, regulator. That's a great call, too. Aaron Gordon made the play of the game on that save. I totally agree, right? Where Jokic was foul hunting a little bit and then gets it doesn't get the call. Ball almost goes out of bounds, and Aaron Gordon makes that play. It was like pretty incredible shit over there. Let's do the same thing where we go do. Let's go look at some post game interviews because I want to see Jamal Murray talk to the TNT guys, and then I also want to see LeBron's comments after the game. LeBron was out of control. Should the LeBron miss? I'll try to find it. I'll be honest, guys. I didn't think the LeBron play. Listen, second best player of all time. Wide open, shot clock winding down. It's his best three-point shooting year of his career. Had just hit two big ones like 2 minutes ago. I'm okay with that shot. I know it doesn't go down. I don't know what other shot you want there. But was the slap in the face a foul? I don't know. We're not calling fouls here, all right? Let's go back over to also, hi Veronica, good morning. Let's go back over to House of Highlights. Let's pull this bad boy up. What was it? This interview was great, man. I love Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, I think, is my favorite player right now. Sorry, Celtics fans.
Over the Lakers, 101 to 99.
Shaq, like I've never had an opportunity to hit 18-foot fall away. Yeah, no shit, Shaq. No shit. I know I've hit a couple shots against AD in history. Yes. Twist the knife, Jamal.
Look at the rim, and then I just beat him to the spot.
Jamal,
What a bucket.
all of us as little
All right, we'll call it there. For that clip. Hey, I know we have 3 visitors right now watching us on playback. Do me a favor, just click join the room. So you can be a part of it. I know some of you might be finding us through YouTube, but we stream over here as well. And when you become part of the room, we also like watch games together at night. So yeah, join the room. Let's go over to I want to see LeBron's comments post games because LeBron in his feels. I think this is a 4-minute video. Yeah, we'll watch this one.
LeBron, after you hit those 2 threes, despite everything that happened at that point, you're up 8, and I think Denver had one more miss and then hit 7 straight shots down the stretch. What did you see from them execution-wise? How consistent is that with what they've been, and how do you guys take that after being up as big as that you were?
I mean, we know they're a great offensive power team. We know they're going to get into a rhythm at some point. We know they're going to make runs, especially on their home floor. Just have to withstand them, and I think we did. Obviously, we gave up a 20-point lead, and that's unfortunate. But 20-point leads in this league is not safe, especially against a defending champion. We got to do better with that, but we got our chances.
The team you play on is its own individual team. Every season, its own individual season. That said, you've been a part of teams that have come back from all sorts of different deficits in a series. Where does your mind go down 0-2 headed back to LA?
Real quick, I know this is part of the job. I get it. I got to tell you, having to talk to millions of people after shitty stuff happening. Like, do you remember yesterday we had some technical difficulties with the stream and I almost lost my mind? And that was just to the 25, 30 of y'all. And now, I'm an old man. I'm at the tail end of my career and we just lost the game. And now I gotta say some stuff. Oh God, I would be fined so many times.
Protect home. That's where my mindset goes. I mean, obviously, the only game that matters now is Game 3 and how we can get better, how we can figure this team out. So Game 3 is where my mindset is.
was hard to come by for you guys, really most of the second half, but particularly in the fourth quarter. You had something going. What did you see on the look at the top of the key that was your last shot attempt?
I had a wide open look and it rimmed out. I mean, it rimmed in, it rimmed out. So,
LeBron, in the third quarter, when they start to kind of slowly get back in the game, where did you see the offense start to really sputter for you guys?
I don't think we need to watch all that, but I think like the Lakers, man, you just gotta. They've played two really good games. And they just can't sustain. And it was funny. I was listening to so Reggie Miller and who was Jamal Crawford were on the call last night. Man, Reggie Miller, honestly, dude, you gotta, quantity over quality. All right. I don't know if he'd like had a Red Bull before the fourth quarter, but you let somebody else get some words in. You got Kevin Harlan next to you, and you got Jamal Crawford next to you. But Jamal Crawford in the first quarter, as the Lakers were up, I think it was 22-11 in the first few minutes, and he was like, you know what? This is a sustainable way to play ball. And I was like, I think you're wrong. It is the first quarter, and the Lakers have shown us that against Denver, this is 10 straight L's against Denver, that they cannot hold on. And I think as shout out Terrence who just joined the room too. I think welcome to Playback, baby. I think that's a great, like they'll probably come out in the first half. They'll probably get a bunch of buckets. D'Lo hit, what was it, 5 or 6 threes in the first half, and they still lost, right? When we hit some of those stats from last night, AD goes for 32 and 11. For the first time since like his New Orleans days, we got a back-to-back offensive solid performance from Anthony Davis. Usually it's one game on, one game off. The defense is always there, but normally we don't get 2 offensive games in a row, and he was incredible in the first half, and then he disappeared. 14 for 19 from the field, 4 for 4 from the line, had a block, had a steal. LeBron goes for 26, 12, and 8, only 3 turnovers, knocks down 3 triples. D'Lo, 7 for 11 from 3, 23 points. Austin Reeves only gave him 9, but had 6 boards. And then the bench was dog shit. Taurean Prince played 22 minutes. He had 6 points and 3 boards, and that is all of the bench points, okay? Jackson Hayes played 6 minutes, and he was lost. Spencer Dinwiddie played 10 minutes. He was -9 out there. And then Gabe Vincent doubled up his minutes from game 1. He played 15, but he also just looked lost out there too. And they're just not getting anything from their bench. And then when you look at Denver, I saw a great tweet, actually. Let me find this. I think I liked it. I want to give this person credit. I think it's Bailey something. Really good stuff here from Bailey. Where, oh God, oh no, not Bailey. Betsy, is it Betsy? Hold on, let me see if it's a lot of tweets. It's a lot of tweets. Oh, here it is. Christian Brown is like a white Josh Hart tonight. I thought that was real funny. I'll share that into the chat. It's a good follow, good basketball follow. Christian Brown was great for them off the bench. Like a ton of energy from Christian Brown. And the numbers for Denver last night. So Jokic, 27 points, 20 boards, 10 dimes. And it didn't even feel like he was dominant. It felt like, he was kind of ho-humming through the first half and then just takes over. He goes 9 for 16 from the field, knocks down 2 big threes, 7 for 7 from the line. 3 turnovers, 2 steals. Michael Porter Jr. already mentioned 22 and 9. Jamal Murray, 20 and 5. Again, like not a great game. Christian Brown goes 5 for 8 from the field, 10 points, 2 boards, but it was just energy, man. It was big time energy. He had, I forget, somebody missed a shot. Christian Brown comes in, grabs the board, and then Christian Brown on LeBron was kind of like a Jack Russell Terrier next to an old Doberman, right? Like an old Doberman that's just kind of like, and the Jack Russell Terrier like does a line of coke, and there's like he was just sprinting all over the place. Christian Brown grabs a board and then does one of those pump fakes where it's just like, right? Like just goes nuts, gets LeBron in the air, and then gives LeBron like a nice little shove. And LeBron goes down like he just got plowed by Zion again. And I was like, man, LeBron, this is the most relatable thing you've done in your entire life because you look old like me. Lakers are toast, man. And I agree, again, with what Terrence said earlier, that I feel like they probably go off in the first half. Maybe they're up like 12, 15 at halftime. And then, like, this is the thing, man. Jamal Murray has had 2. I know Jamal Murray hit 2 big shots down the stretch. 2 consecutive poor shooting performances. That's not who Mr. Instagram Dome Bubble Murray is, right? So we know we're about to get a 7 for 11 from 3 shooting performance from him. That's around the corner. Man, Denver just, I guess, again, glass half full for the Tinseltown Laker bros. Listen, you are playing the best team in the league. You're playing the best player in the league, and you honestly could easily be up 2-0, right? It came down to Jamal Murray hitting 2 nutso shots down the stretch in game 2. And in game 1, I mean, you were right there with them. But let me go the other way. You just got 2 peak AD games in a row. D'Angelo Russell hit 7 threes, and you still picked up an L. So I don't know. This is where's the guy? Suns in 4 guy. Nuggets in 4. Right. That is what it feels like. I want to just congratulate all of us right now. We are 36 minutes into this stream, and we still haven't talked about Orlando and Cleveland. And I think that's where we're at. You want me to pet my dog real quick? It's kind of far away. Hold on. Let me see. We say hi to Bandy. There we go. Oh, we woke him up, though. He didn't like that. I think he did like it, but he's like, what happened? There you go. The great Bandino. No, you can't pet the dog, Roy. Relax. All right. So when's game 3 for this? Let's go back to the schedule. Do they not play till Thursday or Friday? Let's see. Their next game, Lakers in Denver on Thursday. Okay, so Thursday is the same schedule that we had tonight. Cuter, yeah, I did talk about the New York game. That's what we started with. I actually think, like, if you need to catch this after, this is also on YouTube as well. So if you just want to catch the stream after, you can on YouTube too. But real quick with Playback is firing up replays starting later this week, I think. So you'll actually be able to come back and watch this. So yeah, Tesla. I knew you were late this morning, but I knew you were going to be excited that we made fun of Nick Nurse. I knew that was coming, and we did, and we will for now and forever. Because here's the thing: if you create a hat, we could watch a playback on playback. Yeah, there you go. But if you create a hat with your initials on it, I think that's all we need to know. And I'm talking to you, Tom Brady, who I am a Brady guy. He had some crazy quotes yesterday, right? About how everyone's all about themselves. Dude, you brought your own trainer with you. Anyways, what are all 3 road teams will win tonight? Oh, you think so, Regulator? You think so? Let's do Cleveland, Orlando. Stubbs is here, right? Stubbs is here. We got to talk about your boys. So you guys, I don't know if there's any freaking highlights we can even watch from that game. Honestly, House of Highlights probably didn't even post anything. They're like, who cares? Yeah, they didn't post anything from that game last night, except for the Jalen Suggs knee injury. There's some highlights. You know what? We can watch some highlights, guys. We can do it. We can watch some highlights. Let's the buzzer at the end of the highlight. I know Mitchell had some great plays. Before we start diving into this here, I'll read off some statistical analysis from this game. So, hey, congrats to the Magic. They got to 86 points. Hey, guys, bet the under every single time. If the over-under is going to be over 200 points, you just bet the under every single time. And you know what? That is financial advice. So Cleveland, let's see. Donovan Mitchell came out really hot. And then you know what? I gave out this play yesterday. I said, bet the under. Didn't hit his over. 23 points, 8 boards. He had 4 dimes. Jared Allen is in freaking beast mode, man. Absolutely beast mode. 16 points, 20 boards. Mobley for 17 and 7. Garland 15 and 4. They got 10 from Okoro off the bench with 4 steals as well. Also, I'm not going to look this up, but for my money, Isaac Okoro has never scored double-digit points. So pretty impressive performance from him. Karis LeVert had 8 off the bench. For Orlando, real quick, Cleveland has done a really good job defending Paolo, and Paolo's going to get his stats, but they seem to just be throwing walls at him, and they're just like, hey, you know what? I don't trust that anyone else here can score, and that's what happened. So Paolo goes for 21, had 6 turnovers, though. Franz had 18 and 7, also 6 turnovers. Gary Harris, you got 4 triples from Gary Harris. You'd think you'd win that game. You got 14. Jalen Suggs had 9, and then you got Mo Wagner with 12 off the bench. Cole Anthony, man, minus 13 in his time out there. Joey Ingles, minus 14. All right, so Mo Wagner played 21 minutes off the bench, fine. Wendell Carter Jr. played 18. Cole Anthony played 17. Ingles played 14. Fultz 6. I just feel like Mobley does not know his rotations. Anyways, all right, enough talk about that. Let's see what we got here. Let's. Yeah.
Banchero throws on the break. Here's Harris who steps into a three.
Harris right on cue.
Harris says, you make Darius work. That's what they're trying to do. So Darius has to be smart, share that back.
It really is hard to like take anything away from this series so far. Jared Allen, just big boy Jared Allen. 2 big time games from him. Yeah. Speaking of Suggs, I know Daniel put that in the chat. He was awesome. I mean, the fact that he came back and played after that injury, I thought he was dead. I didn't think we were going to see him ever again. Hello. Let's see what we got here. Let's get to the fourth quarter. This is too much. And man, it's hard to get excited about this game. It really is. Oh. So they get it to 12. I think they got it to 9 at one point with like 4 minutes left.
Wagner with a steal. Here comes Suggs. He got fouled. He lays it in. Suggs has a chance for 3.
In this moment, I was like, okay, here we go. And then Spider.
Mitchell right to the basket. He heard you, Brad. Mitchell's picked up by Banchero. Mitchell again looks to drive.
Yeah, tough finishes from Donovan here down the stretch.
Been no different. Garland works on Suggs. Feeds to Mobley.
Oops.
Mobley this time attacks, gets 2 feet in the paint.
And there we go. That's pretty much buckets. So we've got the same slate on Thursday with these 3 teams. Let me ask you this. Does a road team win on Thursday? So Denver plays the Lakers. Knicks play the Sixers. Cavs play the Magic. Which ones win? Which road teams win, or do all 3 road teams win? You think the Magic lose? Because the Magic are the home team. I'm nervous we're just going to get sweeps all around. Are we just going to get 4 sweeps? Or 8 sweeps, excuse me. Let's take a look at tonight's action, right? All right, Daniel says I think the Lakers will win game 3 and then lose game 4 and 5. I think that's astute analysis right there. So tonight's action, April 23rd, we got another 3-game slate. The TNT games are Phoenix, Minnesota, and Dallas and Clippers. I saw somebody put this in the chat. I'm surprised the Pacers Bucks got the NBA TV treatment, but honestly, when you look at the other 2 games, I'm more excited to watch those games. So I guess that does make sense. I'm excited to watch Suns Timberwolves. I really am excited for that. I'm surprised they're the early game, but I guess, Minnesota, whatever. And then, so Kawhi, so first Giannis from the Bucks. Giannis is unlikely to play tonight. Kawhi, they said, went through the walkthrough yesterday for practice. But then, like, in that same statement, they were like, yeah, but they didn't really do anything in walkthrough. So it's like, okay, so he was just physically able to walk. That's what that was the update on Kawhi. I think because the Clippers won game 1 that Kawhi probably doesn't go today. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for that game. Like I kind of think Dallas bounces back. I think Dallas gets a W tonight. I think I'm just going to continue to roll with Minnesota. I hope maybe we get a better Devin Booker performance, so I'm going to roll with Minnesota. But speaking of that, let's go build a pick 'em over on IKB. If you have not signed up for IKB and you want to get into it, I'm going to drop a link into the chat. Let's select the stream. Yeah, I am nervous though. I see Common Man said take the Luka overs. I'm nervous. You're a little too, homer bias, although I'm just kidding. I'm for it. Whoa, it says I have no cash in there. That's not true. There we go, 450. Are you going to do a contest team? You know what, Daniel? I suck at those so much, if I'm being honest. We do. For Giannis and Kawhi, I probably don't play them even if they are ready until they lose a game in the series. The only thing that I feel more confident about that with the Bucks, Daniel, Maddie, than I do with the Clippers, because I think that is a more evenly matched series, which again, I don't know. I don't want to overreact too much to what we saw from the Pacers and the Bucks, but there's this like looming feeling that the Bucks are just going to roll. I kind of like, here we go. I like the Siakam over for 25.5 points. I do like that. I also, guys, tell me what you think about that. Oh, it moved down to 29.5. Dame was at 30.5, and I kind of like that. I kind of liked under 30.5, but 29 is a little bit. I have put Zubac. Yeah, the Zubac is good. Over 10.5 boards. Yeah, I like over 10.5 boards or 23.5 points and rebounds. I would do either one of those. But let's just do boards. And then let's go do some Luka's. 9.5 boards feels like that's easy for Luka too. I agree with that. Look at that. There we go. Let's do that. We can build another one too. We'll build another one. Dude, Daniel, you are deep in it this morning. Look at that. All right. What was that other one you like? You have Zubac, Miles. Dude, you know what though? I'll never bet on Miles Turner. I just won't do it. Gobert, I do like that one though. I like the Gobert 12.5 boards. That's fine. I'm going to go under on Dame. I'm going to do it. This is vibes only for me. Vibes only for me on Dame. And then let's see. Anything else? Also, Cat. I think we're going to get Cat over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think we're getting a Cat game. These are going to be my two. Those are my two for today. No, all Miles are bad. All Miles are bad. Do you know I went to high school? Or I guess it was like middle school. I think it was middle school. I went to middle school with this guy named Miles Moore. Miles Moore. And my dad would always make the same joke. I think until I was like in my 30s. And then his name hasn't come up again. But it was like, how many miles more to go? He loved it. Loved that joke. Classic stuff. All right, that was last night's action. I think we might call it there. Anything else we need to get into? Just a reminder. I don't know if Sneeps and Weisberg are cooking something up tonight for playback, but I imagine we'll be streaming a game tonight. Tomorrow I'll be back. The NBA bit will be back tomorrow morning, same time, 9 a.m. Everybody agree to come back here. And then tomorrow night, the 89 Cavs, we're going to be doing, we'll do a playback for, I think what we're going to do is like the second half of Celtics Heat and the first half of the late game. So we get a little bit of action between the two of them. But we'll be back for that tomorrow night. And then our WNBA show, we recorded, Thursday's episode. We recorded that last night. We're going to do a little bit of editing, but that will go up Thursday on our Team Hold channel. But if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you come check out the playback. You can find the link in the show notes. Yeah, Tesla, I think we're at like 35 at one point today. We're growing, baby. We surpassed 700 members on here. We love to see it. We're going to keep cooking. But I appreciate everybody tuning in as always. I don't know if you guys are staying up late for all these games, but squeeze in a little power nap at some point, okay? Finish your lunch quickly. Well, I guess you're not supposed to nap right after you eat. Get a power nap in. This is tough. I'm hurting today. I am hurting today, but I do it for you. I do it for you. I do it for the people. All right, we'll be back to actually, let me end the YouTube stream because I can't really do it simultaneously, so we'll end the YouTube stream. YouTube, come over to playback, goddammit. And then for playback, we'll be out of here soon. Stubbs, good to see you. Pedro, good to see everybody. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Happy Thursday.